everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will create a text recognition app called an OCR app, which stands for Optical Character Recognition using ML-Kit. In simple language, we will extract text from an image. Got it? Also, this is video number 3 from the series of ML-Kit projects. You can check out the other 2 videos by clicking on the I button. Now, let me show you the demo. This is what the app looks like. Very minimal. I will click a picture of this book, then save it. And look, all the text that is present in the image is successfully extracted. And the best part is that you can copy the text and paste it wherever you want. Isn't that cool? Now, I know some of you wondering what's the use of it. OCR apps are generally used in data entries, legal documents, accounting, logistics, or communication. Basically everywhere. For example, if someone gives you a handwritten document, OCR can scan handwriting as well and save it in a digitalized format. Now, how all of this is happening? Let me show you. Go to the ML-Kit website. Here we have different APIs, out of which we have already created the translation app and image labeling app. And now we are creating a text recognition app. So click on Get Started. Here you can see the best part is that it not only recognizes the English language but also Chinese, Devanagari, Japanese, Korean and Latin scripts. It supports symbols, elements, lines and paragraphs. Then it also identifies the language. See, these are all the supported languages in detail. Like we have Afrikaans, Filipino, Hindi, Bahasa Indonesia, Italiano, Marathi, and many more. Now, what's the logic behind it? See, it's very simple. With the help of machine learning, we provide a model or data to our machine. And what is that data? A set of characters. We have multiple languages, and each language has its characters or alphabets or letters, right? All of these are stored as data in our machine. So when you capture an image, the machine analyzes the pixel of that image and compares it with its database, which consists of characters. If it finds a similar looking character in the database, then it simply displays the character. Easy? Now let's create it. Open Android Studio, choose Empty Views Activity, name it Text OCR App, and click on Finish. Now come back to the ML-Kit website, choose Android. Here we have basic code to create a app. You can refer to this code or you can create a customized app on your own. My code will be slightly different from this code because I am adding additional features too, but there will be few things that will remain the same, like Gradle dependency. So copy the dependency and paste it here in the Gradle app. Rewrite it. Also, I am keeping the app very simple, so I am not adding other languages dependencies, but you can add them if you want. Now click on Sync Now, then go to Colors. Add green color with hex code 00BF63. Then go to Themes, add color primary variant, and Android status bar as green. Next, we need an image icon. So add a vector asset to the drawable folder. Then, we also need a border around the text view to make it look more appealing. So create a drawable resource file border. Here, inside it, create a rectangle shape with a stroke width of 2 dp. and color green. Then add a corner radius of 20 dp. And done. Now focus. When you capture an image from the camera, it is saved in the photo gallery, right? And we need that captured image from the photo gallery. So how do we get that? There is a concept called secure file sharing between two apps. What are those two apps? Our app, text recognition, and the photo gallery app. Photo gallery app shares the captured image with our app. That's where file sharing is happening. But this file sharing is not secure. Means the path of the image is exposed to the other app, which is a potential risk. So to avoid that, we use file provider class. What is a file provider? File provider allows your app to securely share files with other apps without exposing the underlying file paths to external apps. So, how do we achieve it? First, we need to inform the location of the image to the file provider. Like if the image is present in internal storage or is it present in external storage. So to do that, in XML folder, create a new XML resource file. Give it the name provider paths and choose paths. Here inside it, write an external path because our image will be stored in external storage. Then give it the name external underscore files. This is the path name and the path is a dot, which means the entire external storage directory is accessible by the app which can be shared. Now, this is the file that we will attach with file provider. So go to Android manifest. Here, inside the application, write the provider tag. And inside that tag, authorities consist of app ID, then write the name, file provider, then exported false. Means other apps are not allowed to access other than one you gave the permission. Then grant URI permissions, true. Means it allows read-write permission. And then finally the metadata, whose name is file provider paths. With resource, the file which we created, provider paths. And that's it. One more thing, don't forget to add camera permission. Also add for hardware and done. Now let's design the UI. So go to activity main. Here we will create an image view to display the captured image. Two buttons, one is to launch a camera and two is for copying the text. Then two text views, one is for OCR text label and two is where the OCR text will be displayed. So let's create it. First, create a linear layout whose orientation is vertical. And padding is 16 dp. Then inside it, an image view whose width is match parent and height is 200 dp. Its ID is camera image. With src image icon. And other required attributes. Then below it, create a button whose width is match parent and height is wrap content. Its ID is capture image button. With other required parameters. Next, create a text view whose width and height are wrap content. It is a label text, so the text is OCR text. And other required parameters. Then below it, another text view whose width is match parent and height is 280 dp. Its ID is result text. This is where the OCR text result will be displayed. Add other required attributes as well. Here, notice I have used vertical scroll bars because the OCR text can be a few lines or multiple lines. Hence, we will add a scroll bar so that the user can scroll through the entire text. Lastly, create a button whose width is match parent and height is wrap content. This button will be used to copy the text. Then its ID is copy text button and other required parameters. Also, I have kept the button initially invisible because at the start there will be no text to be copied. So why show the button, right? And that's it. Now let's write the logic. So go to main activity. Here declare and initialize all the UI elements like camera image view, capture image button, result text view, and copy text button. And done. In this entire app, recognizing the text is the easiest code to write. But launching a camera and then capturing the image and all of that requires a lot of code to write. But that's okay, we will go easy. Now, the image that we capture from the camera, that image is temporary. What I mean by temporary is that it will not be present in your photo gallery permanently. User clicks a picture from our app, it recognizes the OCR text and displays the result. That's it. There is no storing the image in the photo gallery permanently. Got it? Now to do that, first we need a photo path to represent particular photo. Hence create a current photo path variable whose data type is string and whose initial value is null. Simple? Then outside the onCreate, create a function, create image file, which will return us a file. Inside it, we will create a timestamp variable. In this way, means it will store the time as well as the date. Then create a storage directory variable whose data type is file. It basically stores all the external files that we give access to. Remember using file provider? Then in return, it will give us a temporary file that has the current timestamp. JPG file extension, and it is present in external storage. That file, absolute path, is stored in our current photo path. And that's how we got our temporary image file. But we will get all of this when an image is captured, right? So let's create a function for it, capture image. We will be doing reverse engineering here in MainActivity. Keep watching. Now, here inside it, create a photo file variable whose data type is file. Then add a try-catch block to avoid errors. So try creating the image file, the function which we created above, and while creating it, if any error gets captured, then throw a toast, an error occurred while creating the file. Now, all of this will happen when we launch a camera, right? But the camera will launch when the user grants the permission. So let's write the code for it. I know you have already asked for camera permission in Android manifest, but we do have to ask the permission here in logic as well. So declare a variable request permission launcher whose data type is activity result launcher string. Now initialize it here inside the onCreate. So write request permission launcher is equal to register for activity result, and inside it the activity result contracts dot request permission. Then inside it is granted. If is granted is true, then capture the image, the function which we created below. Else throw a toast, camera permission denied. Simple. Now, once we have the permission, then next what? Launch the camera. So to do that, declare a take picture launcher variable whose data type is activity result launcher. URI means the path. Then initialize it here. Take picture launcher is equal to register for activity result, and inside it the activity result contracts dot take picture. Then inside it, if it is a success, then get the current photo path and decode the file path with the help of bitmap factory. And once we have the image, then set the image on our image view, that is camera image, and done. Also here inside the capture image function, store the URI means the path. So get the URI for the file through file provider. And store it in the photo URI variable. And then launch the Take Picture Launcher, which we created before by passing the photo URI as the argument. Now, we are writing all of this for what? Recognizing the text, right? So let's write the code for it. Outside the onCreate, create a function, recognize text, with bitmap as the parameter. Then inside it, create an image variable that will store our captured image. And then create a recognizer variable that will store the default options, means the model, the data, or the characters of the languages that we saw previously. Now, this is important. It is present here in the documentation as well. So write a recognizer dot process the image. Our image with add-on success listener and add-on failure listener. So if the text is successfully recognized or extracted, then display it on our text view result text. Then remember we added a vertical scroll bar on our text view, so initialize it here as well. Scrolling movement method. Also, we have kept the copy text button invisible at the start, but as soon as the OCR text is displayed, then copy text button will be visible. And let's add functionality into our copy text button. So set on-click listener on it, and inside it, basically we'll store our text in our clipboard. So initialize the clipboard. And clip as well. Clip is our OCR text. Then set primary clip means copy our clip, our OCR text to the clipboard. And throw a toast, text copied. In add-on failure listener, throw a toast, fail to recognize text with a technical error. and done. Then call the recognize text function here inside the take picture launcher after the image is set on the image view with our bitmap parameter. Lastly, all of this camera permissions, launching a camera, capturing an image, displaying an image, then recognizing the text, everything will happen when capture image button is clicked, right? This is the last stage of reverse engineering, so set on click listener on our capture image button and inside it request for camera permission, the function which we created before, launch it, choose Android manifest permission, camera. And done. So basically everything starts from here by clicking on the capture image button and ends over here by recognizing the text. And that's it. Now let's run the app. I will click on capture image button and grant the camera permission. Click a picture of this document. Save it. And look, it extracts the text from the image. Great. Now you can copy the text and paste it anywhere. Isn't that cool? Also, you might face issue when the device screen rotates because that leads to image rotation which can cause problem while recognizing the text. But don't worry, the code for handling the image rotation is already present in the MLKit documentation. So you can refer that if required. Okay? So yeah, that's it for the video. If you are new to this channel, then please consider subscribing to my channel and I'll see you in the next video.